Happy New Year. Welcome to our first deep dive of 2025
Oh, yeah.
into the most impactful longevity papers of the week.
Absolutely.
We got a whole stack
Yeah.
fresh research here exploring senescent cells,
Right.
mitochondrial mysteries, and even some
Yeah.
intriguing intergenerational findings. Are you ready to uncover some potential breakthroughs?
Absolutely. It's an exciting start to the year
Yeah?
with several papers that could really move the needle in longevity research.
Perfect. Let's dive right in.
Okay.
This first paper, Broad Repression of DNA Repair Genes in Senescent Cells,
Yeah.
identified by integration of transcriptomic data. This one immediately caught my attention.
Yeah, published in Nucleic Acids Research just yesterday, January 1st, 2025, by Jan Frey
Wow.
and colleagues at Tel Aviv University.
Okay.
This research really changes how we think about senescent cells. We know they can pump out inflammatory signals, right?
Right.
But this study reveals a surprising twist.
It's not just about what they're producing,
Yeah.
it's what they're not doing.
Exactly. They got a widespread downregulation of DNA repair genes across the board in senescent cells.
Oh, wow.
Imagine a city neglecting its infrastructure maintenance. Things are going to start breaking down, and it's only a matter of time before serious problems arise.
So even though these cells are metabolically active, they're essentially letting their DNA fall apart.
That's the alarming implication, and it's not just a few specific repair pathways that are affected, it's a broad downregulation.
Oh, wow.
Suggesting these cells could be accumulating DNA damage at an alarming rate. I think about the potential consequences.
This research is making me picture senescent cells as ticking time bombs, quietly accumulating damage
Yeah.
that could eventually lead to something much worse.
It's a powerful analogy, and it highlights the urgency of finding ways to address this issue.
Right.
The paper even points to the potential for these damaged senescent cells to escape senescence and start proliferating again.
So not only could they contribute to age-related diseases through inflammation, but they could also be a risk factor for cancer recurrence after therapy.
Precisely. That's why this paper is such a game changer. It's a call to action for the field to develop more effective strategies to target senescent cells and prevent these potentially devastating downstream effects.
Okay, that was a pretty intense start to our deep dive.
Yeah.
Let's shift gears now and talk about a paper that explores a different but equally crucial aspect of aging mitochondria.
This one is titled FAM162A is crucial for mitochondrial structure dynamics and bioenergetics, driving cellular protection and longevity.
Okay.
And it was published on December 26, 2024 in bioRxiv.
Okay.
That's bioRxiv.
BioArchive, okay.
By Matamoros and colleagues at Universidad Andrés Bello.
Before we get into the details, can you remind us why mitochondria are so important for longevity?
Think of mitochondria as the power plants of our cells, providing the energy we need for everything we do, but their role goes way beyond just energy production.
Okay.
They're involved in cell signaling, calcium regulation, and even programmed cell death. When mitochondria malfunction, it's like a domino effect, triggering a cascade of problems that contribute to aging and disease.
So healthy mitochondria equal a healthy life.
You could say that, and this study highlights the importance of a protein called FAM162A in keeping those mitochondrial engines running smoothly.
What's so special about this FAM162A protein?
The researchers found that FAM162A, which is located in the inner mitochondrial membrane, plays a key role in maintaining mitochondrial structure dynamics and energy production. And here's where it gets really interesting.
Okay.
They created transgenic fruit flies with extra FAM162A.
Fruit flies, those tiny creatures, are helping us unlock the secrets of aging.
They might be small, but they're surprisingly powerful models for aging research, and in this case, the results were quite remarkable.
Okay.
The flies with the extra FAM162A not only lived longer, but they also maintain higher levels of activity even under stress.
Okay, longer and more active lives, that definitely piques my interest. It's like the fountain of youth bottled up in a protein.
Right.
But realistically, how might this translate to human health?
That's the million-dollar question. It's still early days, and we need to be cautious about extrapolating from fruit flies to humans.
Right.
But this research opens up an exciting new avenue for exploration. Imagine if boosting FAM162A activity could help us maintain youthful energy levels and resilience as we age.
It's definitely a tantalizing prospect, and it underscores the importance of investing in this kind of basic research that can uncover these hidden gems within ourselves.
Absolutely. There's so much we still don't know about the intricate workings of our biology, and discoveries like this fuel our hope for a future where healthy aging is within reach.
Right.
Speaking of boosting our defenses against age-related decline, our next paper takes us into the fascinating world of the immune system.
This next paper focuses on a potential way to combat one of the biggest challenges of aging, our
Right.
declining immune systems.
Absolutely.
The study is titled Trained Immunity Enhances Host Resistance to Infection in Aged Mice, published just a couple of days ago on December 29th, 2024, in the Journal of Leukocyte Biology.
Wow.
The research team is Dan Howe and colleagues from Vanderbilt University Medical Center.
This paper explores a really intriguing concept called trained immunity,
Okay.
which essentially means boosting the innate immune system's ability to fight off infections even in older individuals.
So instead of just accepting a weaker immune system as we age,
Right.
could we actually train it to stay strong?
That's the idea, and what's exciting is they achieve this using a compound called beta-glucan,
Okay.
a type of sugar molecule found in certain fungi, bacteria, and plants.
Interesting.
You might even recognize it as a common dietary supplement.
Beta-glucan. So it's not some crazy synthetic compound, but something found naturally in our environment.
Exactly, and the study showed that beta-glucan was effective at training the innate immune system in both young and old mice, improving their ability to fight off infections.
That's encouraging. But what exactly does this training process involve? Are we talking about giving our immune cells tiny dumbbells and putting them through a boot camp?
Well, not quite a boot camp,
Okay.
but the analogy isn't far off.
Okay.
Beta-glucan essentially primes the immune cells, making them more alert and responsive to threats. Think of it like giving your security system a software upgrade so it can detect intruders more effectively.
So this beta-glucan is like a wake-up call for the immune system, reminding it to stay vigilant even as we age.
Right.
But this was in mice.
Yeah.
How confident are we that this could work in humans?
That's the next step, translating these findings to human trials.
Right.
And of course, we need to investigate the long-term effects and potential downsides of beta-glucan treatment, but the implications are certainly exciting.
I'm picturing a future where instead of just bracing ourselves for a weaker immune system as we age, we might actually have tools to keep our defenses strong. That could be a real game changer, especially when it comes to protecting older adults from infections.
Absolutely, and this paper adds to a growing body of research suggesting that we might have more control over our immune aging than we previously thought.
Right.
Now, are you ready for a paper that'll really make you think?
Bring it on. I'm all about those mind-bending discoveries.
Okay, get ready for this. We're diving into the world of intergenerational effects on aging.
Okay.
The paper is Hidden Causes of Variation in Offspring Reproductive Value, Negative Effects of Maternal Breeding Age on Offspring Telomere Length Persist Undiminished Across Multiple Generations.
Okay.
It was published just yesterday, December 30th, 2024, in Finches
Finches.
by Valeria Marasco and colleagues at the University of Veterinary Medicine, Vienna.
So I'm guessing this research involves birds.
You got a zebra finches, to be precise.
Okay.
And before we get into the findings,
Okay.
let's do a quick refresher on telomeres, those protective caps at the ends of our chromosomes.
Right.
They're like the aglets on shoelaces preventing them from fraying.
Right. Every time a cell divides, those telomeres shorten a bit.
Yeah.
And once they get too short, the cell can't divide properly, leading to aging and dysfunction.
Exactly. So shorter telomeres are generally linked to aging and age-related diseases.
Right.
What this study found is that offspring of older mothers had shorter telomeres,
Okay.
which isn't entirely surprising.
Right.
We've observed similar trends in other species.
So older mom, shorter telomeres in the kid, that seems logical.
Uh-huh.
But I have a feeling there's more to it than that.
Right.
You mentioned something about intergenerational effects.
Here's where it gets fascinating and maybe a little unsettling.
Okay.
This effect wasn't just seen in the immediate offspring of older mothers. It persisted even 2 generations down the line, even when the daughters of the older mothers were young when they bred their offspring, still had shorter telomeres.
Wow.
It's like the aging clock was set back a generation.
Whoa, that's wild. So it's not just our genes. The age of our parents or even grandparents could influence our own aging processes, like a hidden legacy we carry even before we're born.
Exactly, and that's what makes this research so groundbreaking.
Yeah.
It challenges our assumptions about what shapes our aging trajectory.
Right.
It suggests that factors beyond just our own genes and lifestyle choices might be playing a role.
This study is really making me reconsider the whole nature versus nurture debate.
Yeah.
It seems like the influence of nurture might extend even further back than we realized.
Absolutely.
But what are the implications here? Does this mean we're all just prisoners of our ancestry?
No, not necessarily, but it does highlight the complexity of aging and the need to consider these intergenerational factors.
Right.
It might mean that we need to look beyond just individual interventions and consider approaches that address these deeper inherited influences.
It's definitely a lot to think about.
Yeah.
But let's shift gears back to a more actionable area of research, senolytics.
Okay.
Our final paper for today's deep dive
Okay.
focuses on these promising therapies that target senescent cells.
Right.
It's titled Targeting Senescent Cells for the Treatment of Age-Associated Diseases and was published on December 27th, 2024 in the Journal of Biochemistry.
Okay.
This one comes from a powerhouse team of researchers, Masayoshi Suda, Tamar Chiconia, James L. Kirkland, and colleagues.
This paper provides a great overview of the current state of senolytic therapies, highlighting both the progress we've made and the challenges that still lie ahead.
Okay.
As we've already discussed, senescent cells are a key driver of aging, but selectively eliminating them is tricky.
Right. It's like trying to weed out the bad apples without damaging the rest of the bunch.
Exactly.
But this research team has been at the forefront of developing these targeted senolytic drugs, right?
Absolutely. And one particular combination that's showing a lot of promise is dasatinib and quercetin, often shortened to D plus Q.
D plus Q. It sounds deceptively simple. What kind of results are we seeing with this combination?
The preclinical data is quite impressive. D plus Q has shown potential in delaying, preventing, or even treating a wide range of age-related conditions: osteoarthritis, cardiovascular disease, frailty, even Alzheimer's disease.
Wow, that's a pretty remarkable list. It's almost like a 1-2 punch against aging itself.
Right.
But I imagine there are still some hurdles to overcome before this becomes a widely available treatment option.
Of course, while these early results are exciting, we're still in the early stages of clinical trials.
Right.
We need to confirm safety and efficacy in humans and refine these therapies to minimize any potential off-target effects.
Right. As with any powerful new tool, it's crucial to proceed with caution and scientific rigor, but it's hard not to get excited about the possibilities.
I agree. This research really highlights the incredible progress being made in the field of longevity. We're moving beyond just understanding the mechanisms of aging to developing interventions that could fundamentally change how we age.
And that wraps up our first deep dive into the top longevity papers of 2025. We covered a lot of ground today, from the surprising vulnerabilities of senescent cells to the potential of mitochondrial enhancement, the intriguing concept of trained immunity, and even the mind-bending implications of intergenerational effects on aging. It's clear that longevity research is advancing at an incredible pace, and we can't wait to see what breakthroughs the rest of the year will bring.
It's a truly exciting time to be following this field, and it's important to remember that these discoveries wouldn't be possible without the dedication of researchers around the world who are pushing the boundaries of what we know about aging.
Absolutely. So to all the researchers, scientists, and innovators out there who are working tirelessly to extend our health spans and unlock the secrets of longevity, we salute you. And to our listeners, thank you for joining us on this deep dive into the cutting edge of longevity research. Until next time, keep those brains buzzing and stay curious.